Hello and welcome to this week's Gold and Silver Club weekly commodities review in alliance with ACM Gold, presented by Phil Carr and Nick Housey at the Gold and Silver Club. Today we'll be reviewing the latest developments in the commodities markets. We'll be analysing the week's performance. The live session will cover an end of week summary for the metals, energies and agriculture, gold, silver, oil, natural gas and coffee. We'll be looking at the top trade of the week. We'll be doing live market commentary and technical analysis. We'll cover the week ahead, so key events looking forward, the top 6 news announcements we need to look at for commodities this week, and of course we'll be answering any questions you may have today as well. So this week has been a very active week for the gold markets, particularly in the last 24 hours. Gold prices rally as Russia sends troops to the Ukraine border. Gold prices rose for a second straight session on Thursday to settle at their highest level in a week from an earlier 2.5-month low, as intensifying tensions between Russia and Ukraine boosted safe haven demand for the precious metal. New violence in Ukraine over the last 24 hours has helped fuel a rally in gold. News reports on Thursday said Russia had launched extensive military exercises near the Ukrainian border. On Thursday, Ukrainian forces killed up to 5 pro-Moscow rebels during an anti-separatist operation in eastern Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin warned of consequences in the event of Ukrainian military action against the separatists. So Russia maintains that it has the right to protect the Russian-speaking population if it comes under attack. In response, Russia launched extensive military exercises on the border with Ukraine. NATO officials estimated there were 40,000 Russian troops gathered at the border. Gold prices were trading at 2.5-month low of 1,268 an ounce when news report emerged. Within minutes, gold prices began to soar, reaching a high of $1,298 an ounce, climbing 2.3% within the US trading session. In addition, we've seen WTI crude oil climb in response to the escalating violence in the region. During the US trading session, WTI rose 0.59% to trade at 102.04 per barrel, while Brent crude oil followed suit, climbing 1.22% to 110.45 per barrel. We'll take a look at the technicals very shortly. Oil looking very interesting, gold breaking out today. So there's been lots of movement today on the markets as well. So before we do so, I'm Phil Carr, professional trader, trainer and speaker. I'm the co-founder and director of the Gold and Silver Club. I specialize in teaching people how to make money from trading the most lucrative financial markets in the world: gold, silver, oil, natural gas, the commodity currencies. I've trained thousands of individuals to become independent traders and successfully manage their own investment portfolio. I'm responsible for the research and development of the Gold and Silver Club trademark strategies that have a proven track record of generating returns for traders. Also a regular contributor to a number of financial publications and speak at numerous trading seminars, webinars and workshops. Joining me on the call is Nick Housey. Nick is a professional trader, investment analyst and speaker. Nick began his career within private wealth management in 2002 before making the transition into proprietary trading. Prior to co-founding the Gold and Silver Club, spent over 5 years coaching professional fund managers and traders internationally for some of the world's top tier hedge funds and investment banks, and through his first-hand relationship with some of the world's most successful traders, discovered the formula, mindset and tools that can give any individual the definitive edge to trade in any economy. Also regularly writes for a number of global business and financial publications, and we've appeared frequently on financial television. So that's a bit of background on the Gold and Silver Club. So what we'll do, we'll move over and we'll take a look at the price of gold very shortly. We've just broken above 1,300 an ounce again today on gold. So we'll look at the technicals very shortly. Before we do so, I want to take a look at the top trade of the week using the Gold and Silver Club signature trading strategies. That has indeed been a trade on Brent crude oil. We had a lovely breakout yesterday, which was partly assisted by the Ukrainian-Russian tensions, and we saw a nice breakout above the 109.40 level. We had a 35-point stop on that, $350 US risk on each lot, traded for 120 points profit, $1,200 profit for a nice 3-to-1 on Brent crude oil yesterday. So what we'll do now, we'll go across to the live technicals at the moment. We'll talk you through what we're seeing setting up for the rest of Friday and also into next week. So here we go, just take a look at the technicals. So the first market I want us to take a look at is the gold market. Now what's very important about gold is that we've now got above the 200 200-day moving average. We're back above there at the moment. If we can get a firm close above the 200-day moving average, this could bode for quite a nice breakout as we go into next week. Now, if you take a look at the weekly, we're actually finishing on a rather strong, it's a bullish candle here, nice hammer on the weekly here on gold. So the daily has confirmed. We also had a capitulation yesterday. We came down to $1,268 an ounce. We immediately saw a 300-point move over the course of the US session from the Russia-Ukrainian news. And that's helped a safe haven bid on gold, and we've seen a breakout to the upside. So we're currently trading just at 1300. If we get a close above 1300, this is very important for gold as we go into next week. If we get a close above the 200-day moving average, that's important as well. And you can see there's a number of moving averages we've just got above. We've also managed to get above a key technical level today, the 1300. So as we go into next week, again, we need to close above 1300. We'd like to see a break out of this downward trending resistance channel, which is set around about the 1306 level, and I'd like to see really a move up to the 1325. Now, if we take a look at copper, you've got a very similar move here on copper, which was put in about a month ago into mid-March. Had a capitulation, really nice hammer, dragonfly doji on the daily time frame. That has since been produced a nice movement out of this downward trending channel, which copper has been in for most of 2014 up until mid-March. So where copper is heading at the moment seems to be for the Fibonacci levels above 3.1517 and 3.2179. Copper also managed to get a close above the 50-day moving average yesterday. It's holding onto its gains at the moment. The US dollar index has been selling off today, and we're seeing a nice move on copper, on gold, and we'll also take a look at silver as well. So silver, also a nice capitulation. I'd like to point something out to you. If you have a look at copper, the capitulation that we got going back to towards the second week of March, we're getting a very similar setup here on both the silver market and the gold market. We've also got a nice bullish hammer today on the daily. So really, in order to get some breakout into next week, nice hammer here again on the weekly, I'd like to see a solid close above 1997, really above the $20 level as we go into next week. We do also have a bit of a downward trending channel, which I'd like to see really silver be able to break above as we go into next week if we're going to have further upside here, and we're going to keep a very close eye on Ukraine and Russia as we go into the weekend and as we go into next week as well. So those are the precious metals. We'll take a look now at the softs as well. There's been some really nice moves on wheat and coffee over the last week. Wheat, Ukraine is one of the world's biggest exporters of wheat. We've seen certainly a nice surge in price yesterday. We've come up to a major Fibonacci level, 697.86. The market has just found resistance there today, and we've got a little bit of a bounce there. This has been a really good trade this week, really solid trade. We had a really nice setup on Monday, and that's just come through. Tuesday actually was where we got triggered, and it's just come through and hit our profit target today. Now, again, I would keep an eye on the weekly here. If you look at the weekly for wheat, we've got a really solid hammer on the weekly, which if we can get a break above 697 next week, that key Fibonacci level, we could really start to make an attack on the 2014 highs here. Very similar to what coffee has done. So coffee actually broke out to 2014 highs just this week. Midweek we saw that. We came up to 217 on coffee. If you take a look at the weekly, you can see where we've broken out of a recent highs there that we put in previously going back to March, which was 209.79. So based on the daily here, we're still in a very strong upward trend. We formed a nice hammer yesterday. We're looking at more upside here on coffee at the moment. Coffee has been a tremendous market this year, moved over 50% to the upside in 2014 so far. Coffee, the corn and wheat, both really, all three of those in the top 4 performing commodities of 2014. Great markets for you to be trading. So keep an eye on coffee next week. We want to see if we're going to get a breakout above the 217 level. On wheat, we also want to see if we're going to get a break above 697. And as we move over to the energies, we take a look at the energies now. We'll start off actually with WTI crude oil. WTI crude oil had a bit of a sharp sell-off over the last 4 hours over the UK session. In the US session, we're getting a little bit of support. There is a major pivot level here where we have found support. This is actually right on the 200-day moving average. I'm on a futures contract at the moment, June futures, so you can't see that appearing on the chart, but there's a 200 MA here where the market has just bounced off. What we may see here is we get a bit of a bounce as we go into the Friday close. We'll see, you can see there's a little bit of a trend line that the market has actually found a bounce off with WTI. Brent is actually holding up a bit stronger at the moment. We've had some really nice rallies on Brent this week. You can see we're ricocheting between two Fibonacci levels. Yesterday, we got a really nice setup, 120-point move from a surge, which was helped along by the Ukrainian and Russian news. And really I'd like to see into next week, if we continue the breakout, I'd like to see a move above 110.61 as we go into next week. This major Fibonacci level has been 111.06 and 111.24, and above those levels 112. So those are the really key levels we're looking at in terms of a breakout. If we get a reversal, the key level of support here is 108.43 on Brent, and that's where I would be looking for the market to find some sort of support if we do get a reversal here. But we're still holding up pretty well here on Brent, and as we move into next week, if you look on the weekly as well, we're looking for a nice solid move, again just for a break above 110.61. If we look at natural gas has managed to actually, you've got a nice little trend here in natural gas. If you just draw in very clearly, nice trend channel. And we've been working our way out of a V-shaped reversal pattern here on natural gas, which I'll just show to you. We've also got quite a nice trend channel forming. We did manage to see if we can get out to a daily time frame. Now we're on the futures contract. So I'll show you on the daily here. This is a key level which we've broken out of this week, 4.723 and 4.739. We have had a nice move there. If we continue to find support in this upward trending channel which we have at the moment, I'd really like to see the market close with a firm close either today or going into next week above 4.730 in order for us to start gaining some momentum on natural gas. If you go into a natural gas historical chart, you will see the breakout that we've had this week. We've broken out to 1 month highs here on natural gas, and if we get a further breakouts on WTI and Brent into next week, particularly on Ukraine and Russian tension, that will help the natural gas market to the upside at the moment. So we're getting a little bit of a temporary pullback at the moment, but it looks like we could get more upside here on that gas. So in terms of the key markets we need to look at moving forward into next week, what I'll do, I'm just going to tile those for you, and we'll take a look really at where we see the action today. So certainly at the moment, gold is in play. Gold, we've got a breakout. We're breaking above the 200-day moving average. We've got above 1,300. The next resistance really on gold is going to be at $1,306 an ounce. On silver, we've got a nice hammer there forming on the daily at the moment. Next resistance is going to be at 19.82, 19.97. So silver and gold both in play at the moment. Copper also having a really strong move this week, got a really nice breakout yesterday. Natural gas finding some support at the trend line here. Similar with WTI, had a bit of a pullback earlier on today. We'll see whether WTI finds support at the 200-day moving average and also at that pivot point. And Brent crude oil looking stronger here than WTI, but markets in general, the commodities looking bullish at the moment. Gold certainly getting a nice safe haven buy here. If you look at the coffee market, broke out to 2014 highs this week. Yeah, we'll just take off. Let's just bring in wheat here as well. And with wheat, we are finishing very strong here on weekly highs. So we're boding pretty well as we go into next week on the commodities. There are some very solid trading opportunities if we can break through some significant levels into the Sunday open and Monday next week. So there's certainly plenty to keep us going after the Easter break. There's a lot going on. There's been some very profitable trades this week, which we hope you've caught. For those of you who would like to really take your trading to the next level, find out more about the Gold and Silver Club upcoming trading workshops, how to join our exclusive International Gold and Silver Club Members Forum and trading community, and also get access to our live trading room, be able to trade non-farm payroll live, be able to trade the FOMC announcements live, and also have access to our weekly and bi-weekly webinars. You can find out more about that. Just go to www.jointhegoldensilverclub.com. You can contact our Johannesburg office, call us at +27 11083 8403, or very simply email us office@thegoldensilverclub.com to get more information on that. And of course, make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. You will get free weekly gold, silver, oil, natural gas, commodity news, live market analysis, and prices. So make sure you take advantage of that just on our website, fill in that subscription, and you'll get all the information from our newsletter on a weekly basis. Okay, great. So I'll leave this information for you on the screen there, just if you need to get in touch with us to find out more information. And with that, we wish you good luck for the rest of the day's trading, for next week's trading, and have a great weekend. That is a wrap for today from the Gold and Silver Club. Take care, everyone.